Hello, hello. This is Yolanda from the Empowered Parents Group. Lovely, lovely, lovely to have you all. It's our first masterclass for the year, and I'm super excited. Our topic today is mastering your emotions in 5 minutes. And let me tell you that it has a few steps, and you can do this in 5 minutes. How do I know this? Is because I do this in 5 minutes, and the people that I coach, the parents that I work with, are able to do this in 5 minutes. So hold your horses. Tell us who's watching. I am on my phone as well, looking out to see who's joining us. We have one person so far. Come and join us. We are looking forward to supporting you on your parenting journey. So why do you think you might be needing to master your emotions? What might be those reasons for you? Do you feel like you would like to have more control over difficult situations with your kids? You recognize that your kids are modeling your behavior, and so showing up in a new way might change their behavior. Do you have moments like that when you find your child behaving just like you? I know I had one of those moments where I noticed my child get extremely angry, have her hands against her hips and yelling at her cousin. And I thought to myself, while I was charging to correct her behavior because we had family around, I had to stop and had this light bulb moment. Oh my God, that is me. She is modeling me. So if you find that you have the need to master your emotions, your child modeling your behavior might be a reason why you see that might be useful. Kids see through their parents when they are not in touch with their emotions. You might be yelling at your child, or you might be really nice and saying the right words, but emotionally they feel that you are so disconnected, that you might be saying that everything's going to be okay, but they can sense and they can feel that it's not, and that you have anxiety around it. So kids can see through their parents' emotions. It's so important for us to really master our own emotions, to manage and know and be in connection with our emotions, our right brain. And society has taught us to be so logical and so left brain, and we have focused on logic and doing the right thing, saying the right words, all operating from our left brain. But our kids, as they are growing up, especially when they are young, they are functioning from that right brain. They are emotional beings. They are not connected to their left brain. They don't understand logic. And when we connect with them with logic and they are in that emotional state, they need us to come and connect to our right brain, to feel them intuitively, know where they are at, and then use logic to bring them across the line, allow them to connect with their left brain and use logic gradually as we support them through holding space for their emotions. Another reason why you might want to master your emotions is because it adds anxiety and stress to your kids. So many kids are being diagnosed with anxiety today, and that has a lot to do with the way parents have learned how to manage their own emotions. An anxious parent raises anxious kids. Kids model parents' behavior. They are so in tune emotionally. Kids are predominantly right brain. They're only learning their left brain as they function in the world. So us being able to come in tune with where we are at, to come in tune with understanding our own levels of anxiety, and how to master them and how to rise over them, is another reason why you might be keen on understanding your emotions. So I am going to allow you to tell me what are some reasons why you are keen on. Hey, wonderful. Our kids watch our emotions. Absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you. So good to have you here, Lutz. Come on, parents. Come on, parents in the room. We want to hear what else. What are other reasons why you think you must master your emotions? Another reason is that our emotions as unless we are in tune with our emotions, it teaches our kids to be uncomfortable with their own. They start to sense when we say to them, oh, stop that crying, go to your room, or is that the way to behave? They haven't really figured that out, and it teaches them how to be uncomfortable with their emotions. So it's so important for us parents. I cannot emphasize. It is so important for us to come in tune, meet our kids where they are at. Their left brain, their logical brain isn't as developed as ours are. And so we meet them with logic and reasoning, and this is the right thing. This is my expectation of you. But they are so left. They are so right-brained. They need us to connect with them emotionally. They need us to see the bigger picture. They need us to feel where they're at and gently direct them into understanding the logic that we are trying to impart to them. So meet your kids where they are at. And in order to do that, we must master our emotions. Another reason is our kids start to feel misinterpreted if we are not, if we aren't connecting with them emotionally and not hearing them or validating them. They feel like they are misunderstood, and we don't want our kids to do that. That's the last thing. We are here as parents to do our absolute best for our kids, and our best way to do that is by coming in alignment with ourselves. So put in the chat box if you are joining us at a future time. Say replay. Tell us where you're joining us from, and we would love to hear from you. Lovely. I am going to screen share a little bit so that I can keep on track with what I want to share with you on how you can master your emotions in under 5 minutes. So tell me, parents in the room, what are some reasons why that might be something you would like to do? So today is our first masterclass. Welcome, welcome to all of you. I'm so excited. Do share with us topics if you would like to, if there are topics that you would like for us to share with you, do put in the comment section. Tell us a question that you have. Tell us about a challenge that you're facing, and we would love to support you. Lovely. Still looking in. We're having parents joining in. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Those are joining us from Canada. Praveen, where are you joining us from? Tell us where you're joining us from. We are excited to have parents in the room. Lovely. So sharing with you, just clicking on share screen here. Can you see my screen? Some benefits of, some benefits of managing our emotions. So as we manage our emotions, it teaches our kids to manage their own, because they are modeling us, because they are so in tune with us. We teach them more by our ways than by our words how to feel safe in their emotions. How safe are we as parents? If you're finding that your child is struggling, let's come back and see, are these areas where you feel vulnerable too? There are homes where parents are not able to manage, and we are humans, guys. We are humans. Let's understand. There's nothing wrong about with having an anger outburst. It's about awareness. We're asking that parents be aware of where they are at and put those actions in place to change the way they feel, to have tools, because we have power over emotions. The same way we have power over our mind, we have power over our emotions. And often kids that are raised in homes where parents are very uncomfortable with their own emotions and not able to hold safe space for their kids, these kids do not feel safe and secure in their home. So it's important that we do this first. As we raise our kids in homes where we are managing our emotions, you will find that your kids are calm and connected. And what I'd love to add to that is that it's never too late. I myself was a completely different parent with my older child than what I was with my younger child. And what I can say to you is that it's never too late to do this work. Our kids are waiting, they're jumping to come on board. So jump on the wagon, guys. Come and find out what are some ways you can manage your emotions in the best possible way. Greater confidence and self-esteem is seen with kids where parents are feeling safe, have addressed their right brain and not just so focused on their left brain. I also want you to keep in mind that you might be so much more and been unaware of what side of our brain we're using, because left brain is so logical, and that's the way we want to raise our kids. And our jobs as adults, parents, our jobs might require us to be so left-centric. If you're an accountant, a lawyer, or stuck by rules and legalities, then your brain is logical and it needs structure. And that's what, when you come home, you're seeking with your kids. So awareness, just knowing this, being aware, knowing what hat you put on when you're home with your kids and what hat you put on rightfully when you have to do that job that you are entrusted to. So being aware is key. Oops. Another point there is co-parenting it. You might find that one parent is extremely emotionally clued in. One parent is out there, like you might be that parent jumping onto classes like this where you gain more information and learn new skills of how you can be that better parent. And your partner isn't. And you're finding it challenging to co-parent because your partner has completely different views. So being in tune with your emotion allows you to hold space for your partner too. So as much as you think it is challenging, or what's the use when my partner behaves in a completely opposite way to what I would like my kids to be raised, know that you holding space for your own emotions allows you to hold space for theirs, which means you're tuning into your right brain and you're able to connect and redirect. Connect and redirect. That's it, guys. You connect on a right level, and then you bring them across the line from your left brain, bringing them, introducing them to logic. But you must first connect emotionally. You must first connect to where they are at, what is coming up for them. And this word that comes up a lot in my parenting sessions is being intuitive. It allows us to be intuitive. When you connect to your right brain, you have the gift of intuitively knowing what your child needs at that given time. But your logical brain might tell you, no, what if you're wrong? Or what if the situation is worse than it is? So coming back into trusting intuitively where your child is at, connect, and then redirect. Lovely. If you're getting some value from today, put in the comment section. I'd love to hear what are you. Lovely, wonderful. I'm seeing lots of comments coming through. Well done, guys. Lud says our positive, consistent emotions attract our kids to us. Yes, yes, yes. So beautiful. Absolutely does. Staying in tune with your own emotional side, being intuitive, allows your kids to connect so much more with you. Jamila says she needs to review all her info, has lost connection with, oh, my gorgeous girl. Do connect again, honey. We are here for you. Jump onto our sessions just for those reminders, because you know what? You know it all. Lovely. Let's talk about, so as much as we are saying emotions are scary and we are afraid of our emotions, let's also remember that our human emotion is our greatest gift. It's a beautiful thing as humans that we get to feel and express and experience life. Life is meaningless without emotions. So let's welcome those emotions. However, mastering our emotions is key to living the life of your dreams. As you master emotions, and you're not having those outbursts with co-workers or with your partner that affects the quality of your life. So in order to have a life that is filled with peace, joy, calm, it is important that we do this work within ourselves and come in alignment with our own emotions. So Coming up soon, I am sharing with you those 5 steps, and I think this is what it is. Lovely. Are you ready? Tell me in the chat box, are you ready to find out the steps in which you can master your emotions? I'm so excited, guys. This is it, master your emotions. And yes, it might not, initially it might take longer because it's a new learning process. Your left brain will be kicking in and saying, stop, I want to go with logic. And so you'll have that inner battle happening within yourself, but it's so important to come in and tune, validate your emotions. Wonderful. Share with me, where are you at, guys? Put in the chat box, are you ready to master your emotions? And give yourself permission to be okay with being the person who can say, I know how to manage my emotions. I am a master of my emotions. I will soon be telling you about our 2-day intensive, a new program that we have put out where you can learn a whole heap of skills just in 2 days. It's a total immersion program where you get to tick all the boxes of all the components that play a role in mastering our emotions. So stay to the end for that. However, for now, let me share with you the steps. Put in the comment section. I want to know if you are ready to master your emotions. I'm going to refresh my screen because I want to make sure that you are here and you are watching. So tell me, are you ready to master your emotions? Lovely. Step number 1, identify the emotion when you first begin to feel it. You need to be in tune with what's happening within you. So often we catch ourselves when we are at the end of our line. You must be tuned in to know the signs, and awareness does this, guys. The more aware you are, and how can you be aware in our if you choose to join our program, you will see that we train the brain to start becoming aware. We have practices that we put in place, which is why our programs run over a time. So we are programming your brain. We are programming you to be in tune and create a balance between both sides of your brain. Lots of rewiring of the brain happens in our 12-week program. And we also have we have a range of programs where we support you. So do reach out and tell us if you want to know more, if you find the reason are valid for why you would like to master emotions. So identify the emotion when you first begin to feel it, not when it's too late. It's too late then, the outburst has happened. Your kids are hurt, your partner's feeling hurt, the people around you that matter the most, isn't it? We hurt them the most. So identify the emotion when you first begin to feel it. Step number 2, identify what are you truly feeling. Research has shown us when we are able to label the emotion. So what I mean by label the emotion is this frustration? Is this sadness? Is this disappointment? Once we are tuning in to label what is this emotion, we have diffused the intensity from which the emotion plays out. So taking that step back, awareness is key. Identify the emotion when you first begin to feel it. Identify what you are truly feeling by labeling the emotion. So tuning into it, feeling it in your body, and putting a label on it. Ask, what is this what I'm feeling, or is it something else? So possibly when you tuned in, it came up as sadness. Ask it, question it, allows us to go deeper into the emotion. Becoming curious allows us to increase our awareness around it. So ask it, is this sadness, for example, or is this anger, or is it something else? The moment you ask the question, you have gotten access to depths of this emotion. Giving it permission is the next step. It is okay to feel them. You cannot imagine how subconsciously we are running away from feeling negative emotion. A lot of that has come through us from the way we were raised. We were shut off for feeling angry. We were shut off if we were even sad. So many kids are shouted at if they are crying. Stop crying. right now, or else you'll be told to leave the room. We have been taught to shut down our emotions. So allowing ourselves in this process, as you master emotions, to acknowledge that it's okay to feel your emotions. Breathe into the part of your body that is holding this emotion. Breath is so powerful. Your breath is what you come in, the first thing you do when you come into this life. And it's the last thing that you do as you leave this life. So why haven't we taken the hint that our breath is the most powerful tool that we can have to live our fullest life? So breathe into the part of your body. Say it's your chest, say it's your throat, say it's your tummy that's feeling this emotion come in, because remember, you're tuned in. Breathe into it. It says to the body, it says to the emotion, it's okay to feel you. Next, what do? You get curious. You ask the emotion, is there a story here? Again, questions allow us to dive in. What might come up? It might be a childhood story where you see yourself as a little girl feeling hurt, feeling unheard, feeling shut down, misunderstood. Could be a parent's reaction or a parent's poor management of their own emotions. So many of us, our parents had no clue about the right brain, and about the fact that kids needed to be addressed with emotions, that kids were pure emotion. Our parents were taught that being logical and spare the rod, spoil the kid. That's a generation where most of us were raised in. So understanding, what is that story? Is there a story here that I'm holding on to? Or is there a pattern? Do I find myself? Is it that I have come back late from work? I feel stressed from work, or I'm feeling stressed with a relationship, and I'm projecting that onto my kids, or I'm projecting that, and this emotion is coming up. Is there a pattern? There's power in questions, guys. So ask those questions. Next is get confident, rise above it. You got this. I feel you. I hear you. I acknowledge you. It is okay to feel you. I question it. I'm becoming curious. I see the pattern. I see the story. You have gained confidence over yourself. This is your journey to self-mastery. Rewrite the story. You might need to see the story, and you then need to rewrite it, and you say, my parent maybe didn't know better, or the friendship that you see yourself going through, maybe a breakdown in a friendship that's caused these emotions to be prevalent over so many years. Rewrite the story. They probably didn't know any better. Probably, or most likely, you don't know what you know now back at that time. So you could rewrite the story by saying, I didn't know any better, and I was doing the absolute best that I knew given that time. So I challenge you to rewrite the story, because awareness is key. Those are steps for you to master your emotions. As you practice this, you will find that you are capable of doing this in 5 minutes. So join us if you need any support on that. We are here to support you. Tell us what you have learned today. What is something that you are taking away, knowing that we are addicts to our emotions. Yes, guys, we are addicted to emotional patterns. I know for a long time I was addicted to sadness and disappointment. I projected that into my previous relationships until I recognized, I asked those questions, is there a pattern? I started to project that onto my kids. I projected that onto my partner. I projected that onto my job. We are addicts of emotion. We are the ammunition that pulls that trigger. We say the people around us triggered us. Who holds the emotion? Is this addiction to our emotion? Is that ammunition barrel? If you'd like to find out more, you have your opportunity. Tell me in the chat box if you found this useful, and if you are going to be using some of these tips, because I can't wait to support you on your parenting journey. Lovely. A few other tips that we have for you today. Where are you? Oops. Lovely. Tell me in the chat box, guys. What is your takeaway from today's share? What have you learned today? Do you feel confident? Are you ready to rewrite that story? Do you feel you need more support? So this is what empowered parenting is about. Our promise is to build emotional resilience within you and your child, to overcome those challenging behaviors in yourself and in your child, to create deeper connections. Yes, connection is so important. Once we have connection, we have containment. What does containment mean? We are able to set those limits. We are able to put that structure in our home. We are able to trust that our kids will follow through. We're able to trust that our kids are on the same page with us, because they need us to be on the same team with us. And what creates that is connection. So let's get on. I'm just looking to see, I can see that there might be an error in my sharing here. I'm just going to stop share and share again. Lovely. All right. This is the journey that we take parents on, from chaos through to the calm, the inner calm that they are seeking. What is this chaos? This chaos is the stress and anxiety that we feel. So who are you as a parent? Are you in chaos? Are you in stress and anxiety? Allow us to show you how you can journey along with our support into awareness. Like, like we shared, awareness is so key, gaining greater awareness. We have learned ways over so long how to do things with our logical brain, which has not supported us in building those relationships. We have not created that confidence within ourselves to raise those confident kids. And getting back to recognize that the power is within you to take you into that calm state. So we take you on a 5-stage journey to create that calm, connected, and conscious parent. Are you with me, parents? Would you like to come along on this journey? Any questions? This is your moment. Share with us your questions. I'm just looking at the beautiful. Well done, Michelle. Lovely, lovely. I'm loving you guys joining us and coming on the journey. As I wait for your questions to come in, what did you think of the 5-minute strategy of mastering your emotions? Are you able to do that? Do you need support? And I would also like to tell you a very exciting new program that we've got, and that is our 2-day emotional resilience that offers 4 weeks of parenting support, plus the 2-day full immersion into learning all about you, mastering your emotions, because as parents, we can run out of time and we can find ourselves struggling with finding time to do these things, but we also realize how important it is. So we have put out a brand new program, and because it's our first ever run of this new program, we are offering it at a very special price. Yes, a very special price. And for you to find out about this special program, you will have to book a chat with us, because this requires you to be qualified to join us. So it's a whole month of support, which includes a 2-day of immersion. And in order to find out more and book that chat, I will share with you a QR code that you can use to book that chat now. So here's your QR code. Like I said, we have a very special offer, close to 50% off on the original price. I'll give you a hint. The original price of this program is $1,200, 1 month support, including a 2 full day, 9 to 5 p.m., 2 full day complete immersion. So you can get this program for, guess what, just $595, but you need to book that chat in to know if that is for you. So there'll be lots more information coming out into our group. Make sure you have scanned that code. We will put in the link as well, a link to click on the link and book this chat, because many of you might be watching on your phone. So I am excited to share this program with you. And with that, I hope you enjoyed our masterclass. Just looking for questions for the last time, because we would love to support your journey. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. Love you all. Bye.